I think that is a beautiful way of framing that. Again, from my own experiences, obviously this isn't about me, but from my own experiences, opening up to the possibility of repair is a beautiful concept in and of itself. If you could describe Roganda to someone who may be interested, not trying to convince someone to join, but maybe there's
Mhm.
somebody on the fence who's like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. How would you describe the overall experience to someone that may be interested?
Yeah, I mean, I think for those of us who have rootings in community of Black men, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's a refreshing return, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, but number two, it's I think in that return, it's an opportunity to sort of open ourselves up to parts that we may have not thought about or been connected to or allowed, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
this physical movement, yes, that's very important. And that
Mm-hmm.
is critically important to find the time and space for ourselves to sit
Mm-hmm.
and be and experience on the mat healthfulness together.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. But number two, it is about sort of that reconnection to community
Mm-hmm.
that we may not know we need or we may not be able
Mm-hmm.
to get. You know, it's hard to make friends as adults.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have this hybrid world, it's sort of a world of possibilities in that regard because you don't know who's going to show up each week. But there's some constants and some pillars there. And as we conceptualize it, there's also opportunity for in person. And in
Mm-hmm.
between the in person and the Sunday on Zoom is the chat, which you can
Mm-hmm.
dig into as deeply or as lightly as you want. And so
Mm-hmm.
that community movement, openness, reconnection, and some nerding stuff, nerd out stuff as well, is all open and
Mm-hmm.
possible. And so I think, my experience of being a Black nerd, sort of
Mm-hmm.
closeted gay nerd, because that's what Atlanta told you in the 80s and 90s, that the down low was not just a figment of someone's book, it was real and it
Mm-hmm.
was how we were
Mm-hmm.
socialized. And so being able to
Mm-hmm.
be in a space back in that sort of connects me to roots and gives me an opportunity to talk smack in ways that I don't always, but also know there are bounds and limits, but also
Mm-hmm.
a group pushing itself beyond bounds and limits, just in the whole yoga
I love
metaphor.
that.